Alright, welcome to episode 8 of my survival world. I'm in a completely new building that I've made uh, off screen. I've just been playing in my world a lot, just on my own. I haven't been recording. There's some stuff over there. This is going to be the new house, and it is very much like me to build a house that has no roof on it. But luckily, I have phantoms disabled, so I don't have to worry about that at all. Eventually I'll put on some sort of roof, and I used blocks that I never usually use before. I got some terracotta when I found a very, very large mesa, or badlands, way out there. And beyond that, I found two allays, and I was testing the way how you can with wolves or cats. If you die, they will teleport to you, but they did not, and that is a good 7,000 blocks that way, so I'm gonna have to make another portal. What would that be, like 800, 900 blocks north, because the west is that way. So I have found frogs, as you can see. I've got 5 in total. There's 4 in here. There's one that escaped because I thought, oh, maybe 4 blocks is high enough, they won't jump out. No, they can jump out over, I believe that's 5 blocks. They can jump over that. So that's why there's dirt there temporarily. I gave this guy a pond. He is left here. I wonder where he's actually gone. Has he become with the flowers? Hmm. Well, somewhere there is a 5th frog. Anyways, so I've done a lot of off-camera building. I think this farm was here before. Uh, I created a bigger wheat farm just to help me get enough wheat to make all the mud bricks that I'm going to be using, and this was 8 stacks of mud bricks to make this. And this is just a temporary solution to not having a roof up here. And usually on any house that I make, I have windows. This one I do not have windows, other than I guess that could technically be considered a window. And it's not finished. I have to move all of my storage from up on the jungle base and move it over here. I've gotten plenty enough iron that if I ever do need iron again, I can just go up there and AFK. And I'm fairly sure I raised my render distance to 32 chunks, so I should be in range of it. I'll go check to see if anything has happened over there. Anything has been collected, because I did AFK a good long while today, and I will show why fairly shortly. And normally I would cut this out, but there's the bridge that I've made, and this is the world spawn. So I should have made that iron farm over here so it's always loaded. I can't remember the radius of the spawn chunks that are always loaded, but uh, I should mark where they are just to know for sure. And I would I would cut down all these trees, but I love the tall birch trees just so much. And it's such a rare biome, and to have that be the world spawn was just amazing. So I couldn't get myself to take those out. There are some shorter ones in there, obviously, but I left those, which is why I've built over there, and you can kind of see it. I do have a telescope, but I don't have it on me for a cinematic camera. And I think I'm gonna actually put a curve in the path and make it go towards there, and then eventually have some sort of minecart rail or something similar to get back up here, just to transport like villagers. I'm gonna have to move those and whatnot. I have to get the horses down there too, once I make space for them. My guess is no iron will spawn here, but oh, 42, not that bad. So I should have emptied out my inventory while I was heading here because I've got to move stuff over anyways. But luckily my valuables chest is not that big. It looks like a lot, but that's because I have it spread. All of that can fit here. Definitely taking the netherite and the notch apple. What was this even for? I don't even... Oh, ooh, that was weird. I had like a hiccup. I don't think I remember making this chest, but I must have made it when I ran out of storage in some other station. Oh, and obviously the best thing about the last update, I'm just gonna let that play as I walk away from it and take one of the horses with me. This was a very nice place to live, and I like this cave a lot. And this is like unique to this world specifically because of making this, like the series world is uh it was during the snapshots when everything was changing and the whole generation was being rewritten multiple times. So like this whole area in this exact seed, which there we go, there's the seed. Uh, it does not look like this anymore. I can't remember which specific snapshot I made this in. And there's a hard cutoff border. The easiest one to see is that way, where it's just an ocean, and there's even an ocean monument, and then it's just a like a mountain on top of the ocean. And the thing that I have to show today is I found a renewable source of food that I was literally inches from making this a reality, but it took me forever to put the two pieces together to make a very automatic, well, not fully automatic, but it replenishes itself. And I'm gonna have to make like an overload system, make like a storage silo for eggs to collect up in, because right now it's toggleable by the factor of just taking off one redstone dust, which is the simplest way that I can think of doing it since I don't have many comparators to make a T-switch at this time. I have the materials, I just am too lazy to put them to use. So there's a 2x2 of chickens in here that lay eggs rapidly, and the eggs, of course, hit the slab, and the baby chickens fall down. And then they end up in this little puddle in the center. That's my coined word for a bunch of baby chickens. It's a puddle of chickens. Especially when it's raining, I guess it is a puddle. Oh, I can't sleep through the night. So I've got storage to move, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to have item frames on the ground, and then on the ceiling, I'm going to also have them up on the ceiling, just so I can see where things are. I was going to have them up on these, but I like the look of this, the way how it's kind of like three pieces, three pieces, three, three, three. It's very simple, but I accidentally stumbled upon it while I was just placing stairs at random, and I was like, wait a second, that kind of looks cool. Because the original plan, I do not have any stairs on me. The original plan was to have like this one and then have one up on there. So it's just like a little U. And that would have been very basic, but it's still basic, but it looks so complex for how simple it is. It's literally just place one normally, place it upside down, normal upside down. I might as well grab stairs and show how it works. I didn't mean for this to be a building tutorial, but I guess it is. It is Minecraft after all, so I mean building is literally half the game. And I should actually put this stuff away. So this is around about an hour of AFKing, uh, just having chickens out there, and luckily I re-rolled my sword enchantment and I got looting and sharpness, and then I added the fire aspect that I had from another point in time. So now I've got basically limitless chicken. That will last me a good week or so playing on here. And if I ever need more, well, obviously there's a lot right now, but if I ever need more, it's just a matter of placing back, uh, well, I guess it's 3 redstone at this point, but it's just a matter of, wait a second. I'm confused. What did I do wrong here? I broke the redstone. This isn't even complicated redstone. Okay, that's one tick, one tick. Here. Oh, isn't there supposed to be a block here? No, that's not it. What's... That only fired off one. Okay, I guess I can't toggle it because it's... Oh wait, oh, this... That block's being powered. It's a clock. So if I just... No? What did I do wrong? Is it just that it's full? Does it... No, it's not that it's just full. I am confused. That didn't help. It's only firing off one. It's on subtract. It should be... Or is that supposed to be one tick off? Is that what I've got wrong here? Oops. No. Control. No. Okay, so we have that. Or does this have to be slower than that? Oops. Throw those out. Well, one way or another, I have broken this, and I do not know. Okay, so you just watch me stumble with redstone. I do know good basic redstone, but for some reason this is breaking my mind. Because this one is supposed to reset the comparator to fire it again, to fire off the dispenser. It was working. Maybe I just had it. Oh, that could be why. The comparator might have been on way too long and it broke. This is a snapshot after all. No? I'm confused. Is this getting... No, it can't get power from that way. Okay, okay. That's enough of that. Okay, you just watch me struggle with that. Oh, I was gonna throw out 2 wheat, but actually, no, I'm gonna throw out 2 wheat. I've got plenty. I'm literally using it to use as a building block, and I'm really not sure how I feel about this because these are colors that I don't really use together all that much. Like, I do love the brown. It's the red and the yellow that I I'm not feeling the vibes. I like the mud brick, dark oak, and the brown terracotta. All very good. I guess the red does look good. I have to do it in the right way though, like the house over there from the last episode. Uh, I'm basically rambling on. So I made a tree farm here, and it was a whole system here. I was struggling to find out what to do, so I just made a wheat farm to make mud bricks. I dug a bunch of mud using the technique that I showed in a previous video. I made the tree farm. I think this has even been in a video, but I'm not sure. So I've made the tree farm with the flowers on the corners to make beehives, and then I made the bee farm, and that's been working pretty well. It's not like it's a massive farm or anything. It's literally just three three hives, and I think there's only 5 or 6 bees total. I think there can be 9. But yeah, that's that. I spent a while flattening this out, and then I made this pond for the frog, who has seemingly vanished. I guess I should go find him and bring him back, hopefully. They run off so quick compared to how long it takes them to follow you when you have a slime ball. Oh, where'd you go, frog? How'd you get so far away? And he's a basic orange one too, so he's gonna be blending in with the flower biome. Even in the swamp, I was having so much trouble finding frogs to get tadpoles, and it's literally orange in a biome of like dark brown, and it took me forever to find them. Well, maybe he's lost. That is why I kept them in captivity. I guess that was the scapegoat, to see if they can last on their own. And it turns out they can't. And I did have land for them to walk on in here. I need to make a much bigger enclosure for these guys, which I might build off camera and then show it, which seems to be a trend that I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of off camera stuff and then basically just showing what I did. And I really liked how that looked, so I pulled it up on that wall. This segment here bothers me a little bit, but it's okay. Uh, this one looks less noticeable just because it's on the bottom side where the gap is. But yeah, this has been what I've gotten done so far. I'm basically gonna have like a furnace on each one of these stairs. Try to make it look all cool. Have some like brewing stands and all the different jobs and whatnot. One of my goals that I want to do is make a full-on city for the villagers and just mob-proof a massive area and just have like walls and houses for them and not just have them being crammed into 1 by 2 boxes, or the way how I usually do is just have a big room with a ton of beds. I want to have like this big house and there's like 4 or 5 beds in there, 4 or 5 villagers, and like make a blacksmith and have the armor smith and the weaponsmith and the toolsmith all in one place, because they make sense to be near each other. Maybe even have the mason in there, and then on other ones I could have the farmer, the fisherman, and the baker, and have them together. Uh, Stuff like that, and then obviously the paper and the or librarian. Shoot, what are they called? Librarian, cartographer. That's the word. Anyways, I'm just basically listing all the villagers at this point. Uh, so I don't think I've got anything else really planned for this episode, and I think it might have gone on a little bit more than I planned, but it's been a while since I've recorded, and I've actually got a couple days now that I can really get recording some videos. So expect a couple more fairly soon. I don't know how soon it will be after, if I make like 2 or 3 more videos, because I could make like 8 videos today and just spend my whole day playing nothing but Minecraft, and then there could be a massive city that's over here, and in real time that would have been like 8 hours of building. Like this structure here took me 3 hours. The main issue was just struggling where to place blocks, because it just feels very weird to place things like this. Like there's 3, 2, 3, and then 2, 3, 2. I am a person who really needs to have things symmetrical, and that right there bothers me a ton. But that's just how this build is. There's no windows other than that one massive one, And I could also have one here if I wanted, and at the end of the hallway there, just have some sort of window because I'm one of those builders who puts way too many windows in a build. Like each one of these gaps between the hay bales would be a window normally, but I'm trying to change my style, trying to change how I build and build differently just to see how it looks. Use blocks I've never used before. Uh, Trying out different shapes that I've never tried before. This is how people end up getting better at building. Just try new things like this. It's very simple. In fact, I forgot to actually show how to do it. I'm just going to clear up my inventory a little bit. I will sort that off camera, don't worry. It will look just like it did in the other chest. So for the example, I'll just use 4 stairs. It's as simple as place one normal, upside down, normal, upside down. That's the pattern. And you can just keep continuing it on. Just like that. This could be used in a number of builds, mainly just as trim, or if you have a castle, if you use stone bricks or something like that with it, that could look really cool. Because you don't normally get those quarter block gaps unless you use stairs and slabs, which there's some very, very intricate ways of. They're such simple blocks, but there's so many ways to just change the angle of one of them, and then it's a completely different shape. Even though it sounds very simple, and it is simple, but in practice it is very, very difficult to figure out how to make shapes like these on your own without looking at a tutorial. But anyways, that has been episode 8. It might be long, might be short. I feel like it's on the longer side as far as how I've been trying to make these recently. This one is completely uncut. I did not take any breaks during this, so yeah, this has been episode 8, and obviously this is, I believe it's 2217A. This is a snapshot when the skin server does not work and all of the achievements are reset, because this is the one where all the achievements for the deep down dark or the deep dark achievements got added. So I assume that's why all the achievements got reset, which isn't a major issue since I have all the things that I need for them basically. Like I literally just picked up a diamond for the diamond. There's no achievement there. Okay, anyways, before I go on another tangent, uh, probably going to be a roof here. My plan is to build some sort of farm. I think I'm going to make an industrial district at the world spawn at some point, just to make use of that space and to just get the farms that I need going. Like I'm going to need a slime farm. I'm going to move the villagers over and make an iron farm. I need a general mob farm because I need a lot of string and uh, what else do I need? Oh yeah, string and gunpowder. String for candles, obviously, and gunpowder. All the uses, all the 2 uses you have for it, but they're 2 very useful uses. Anyways, I do not have Elytra yet, obviously. I have not been to the end, or you would have seen it in a previous video. I don't know when I'm going to go there. I've just been basically taking my time, going slow. A lot of the stuff has been off camera so far, and I think I said this at the start of the video. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's done off camera that I'm just going to be like walking around, and I might not say something like, oh, I made this giant statue or something like that, or something that oh yeah, like the mangrove trees, I guess, have expanded naturally with the propagules. Uh, there's things like the trader llamas weren't here. It's as simple as I just bred them and tamed them, and now I have them, basically. Yeah, so I don't know how that will affect anyone watching this if it's randomly like, oh, here's 5 hours into a session and now I'm recording after I've built this house basically completely off camera. Uh, and then to just come back and be like, oh, so we have frogs now, instead of showing the journey of the 3.5 hours that it took me to find frogs. And I went through several swamps, but I had to cross the boundary of the loaded chunks to find a new generating swamp in order for them to spawn in. And that was a good, I think it was 9 or 10,000 blocks that I had to go out in that way. There's probably one closer in another direction. I must have just chosen the absolute worst one, but yeah. Anyways, episode 8. I think I already said that it's over, but now it's over. So I'm Captain Dude Man, and I'll see you in episode 9. Peace out.